What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome to Space Engineers. This game is crazy. It's all about surviving in space or on a planet, since one of the updates that they released in the past. We're going to be playing this game and it's kind of pretty cool because the whole idea is that you start in an area and you build up your kind of space base and you build up vehicles and that sort of thing, and then you can go around in those vehicles. So it's kind of a big sandbox game with no real objective, but I think it's going to be super awesome. So what we're going to be doing is the kind of world we're going to be playing is called a star system, which means there's a sun and then there are different planets. So we're going to start off on well, not on any of the planets, but we're going to have to go to one of the planets, and then there are other planets as well in the star system, typically two other planets and moons and that sort of thing. So the whole idea is that you kind of get in there and then you play. You just have fun on the planets and build your base, and then eventually maybe you can explore the solar system. And it's so... I've gotten in and played single player quite a few times this game, and I always have so much fun playing this, and so I hope we'll have so much fun in this series as well. So if you want to copy settings or see the settings that we're doing a star system. We've called it Star System YT 2018. That's the description, survival mode, offline, and we have one mod that we're using, and it's the unlimited speed mod, because I really don't like not having unlimited speed. I think unlimited speed increases the... Well, it definitely increases the speed, but increases the fun as well, because now you can crash into things at ultra fast speed. Our advanced settings, we've increased the welding speed and the grinding speed, because I don't want to be spending lots of time doing those things there. We left these at kind of defaults, and then we've increased our inventory size because it's a pain not being able to carry a lot of stuff. One thing I did add is I did add the what are they called, the asteroids. And normally I don't play with asteroids, but I want to kind of try it out. And the whole thing about asteroids is that randomly there will be asteroid showers. Oh no, not asteroids, hostility. Randomly there'll be meteor showers and they'll try and destroy your base. So I've added those in for a bit of extra fun. And then these are the settings. You can pause if you want to actually see them. They're not really that important. I've just changed a couple of these things. Like it doesn't delete the respawn ship, just so that you keep that ship. And then yeah, these are the settings. So let's get right into it. We're gonna have so much fun. So to start things off, the first thing that you do is you kind of spawn, and you get to select the kind of ship that you spawn in, because you spawn at the respawn screen. So once this loads, I'll kind of show you that so that you can see what I'm talking about. Loading, please wait. That's actually a cool picture right there in the background. They've just updated this game with quite a huge update that overhauled all of the graphics. So I think it's going to be pretty awesome. This is my first time actually going in and seeing that update. So it should be really cool to go in and see that. Supposedly everything looks really cool. Okay, so these are all the things you can spawn in. Your spacesuit, which is no ship. You have respawn ships, you have escape pods, this sort of thing. But we're going to be spawning in a planetary lander. And the reason we're going to be spawning in a planetary lander is because I want to start out the series on a planet, specifically the starter planet. And the only way to get from space to the planet is with a planetary lander. You can try and use these, but you're going to end up crashing and burning because they don't have atmospheric thrusters, whereas the planetary lander does have atmospheric... oh my god, I can't say that word. Atmospheric thrusters. So we're going to respawn with our planetary lander, and it's going to set us up right here. That is our planet. It looks really weird from up here, actually. We haven't spawned yet, have we? That's why we don't see anything. Come on. Just taking a few seconds while it spawns us in. I can't move the screen currently. It's just stuck here. Just give it a few seconds. All right, here we are. It's still stuttering. Okay, it'll eventually stop. Okay, here we go. Performance issues. As long as the recording is working and I'm seeing smooth frame rates, I am fine. All right, so here's the planet that we're above, and it looks kind of weird from here, but that's because we're really tall. Like we're really high in the air, and those are mountains and stuff. Trust me, these worlds are quite large. So what we're going to do is we're going to press V to go into our view from outside, and we should be able to look around. I don't actually know how you look around from the outside and zoom out and such, but we should be able to do that. Let's see, what's our speed currently? We can see our speed at the bottom left. It's 152 meters per second, and it's going to be increasing because we're obviously falling towards the planet. So we're going to just try and get a good landing here. And sometimes it's a little difficult, especially with the unlimited speed mod, because base game, the max speed that you can go is 100 meters per second. And once you start reaching stuff like the 200s, 300s, 400s, it becomes very difficult to kind of stop, if you know what I mean. So the momentum makes it very difficult to stop. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually, let's press X. is it X? Hang on. Z? Yeah. Z turns off the inertia dampeners, which means that what inertia dampeners do is they fire the engines so that you try to kind of remain stationary. So if we turn those off, the engines won't be firing, and we're in manual control now. So let's turn those off. We're going to be plummeting straight towards the Earth, which is good because we do want to find a place to land here. So we're keeping an eye on our speed. We don't want to go too fast. And unfortunately, it won't tell us how fast we're going in a downward direction. It'll only tell us our speed, period. So we can't actually determine how fast we're going in the downward direction versus our forward direction. But it looks like we're getting kind of close to everything. Oops, there we go. A little bit of lag there as it loads in those trees. We're going to turn a little bit. We want to kind of slow our descent in the forward direction, and we want to keep going down in the downward direction. That's a bit complicated how I've just explained it. Basically, we don't want to go forward. We just want to continue to go down. And here we go. We're getting to a nice area. Typically what I like to find is an area that has lots of ice, because ice is used for making oxygen. So we'll see if we can find one of those. We might not be able to, but if we don't, that's okay. Like, that might be ice over there off to our left. That looks like rock. So let's keep looking a little bit. We're going to try and find a nice spot with some ice. And if we don't, that'll be okay. It just means we're going to have a little bit of a harder time making oxygen. And when I say oxygen, I really mean hydrogen, because ice does make oxygen, but it also makes hydrogen in this game, and hydrogen is useful for using your jetpack. So we're definitely going to want that. Let's keep looking around. It's going to keep lagging as we generate these trees here, but I think that's fine. It looks pretty smooth in OBS, which I'm using to record, so I think that'll be a-okay. You know what? I'm not seeing any ice, so I think we might decide that we're fine where we are here. Oh, there is ice over there. So let's actually travel towards that that mountain that we saw off in the distance. So we're going to tilt forward and use our full thrusters to go in that direction. And with the unlimited speed mod, it's very important that you don't, with this atmospheric lander, go too high, because while these are atmospheric thrusters, they need air to actually work. So if you go too high and there's less air, the thrusters will stop working, and if you have enough momentum, you're just going to get shot out into space, and there's not a thing you can do about it. So you got to keep that in mind. We're getting kind of close to these mountains, so that's good. You see our speed in the bottom left is 177 meters per second. It's kind of fast, and it's mostly in the forward direction, so that's good. All right, so I think we're going to land kind of close to here, honestly. Let me just see what's on the other side of this mountain, because it might be a better area to land. All right. Come on, thrusters. Don't fail me. See what I mean? It's kind of hard to stop. We're going very fast in that direction. All right, so there's our ice, which will be very, very nice to be able to make hydrogen with. And I think maybe we want to create like a little space station over here, maybe. And like I said earlier, that is the whole point of this game, is to create a little station where you can build, like a little base, and then to build from there. So I think we're going to land kind of, maybe on the other side of this mountain. Looks good, because it's kind of a nice valley sort of thing. So I think that'll be probably really good. So let's just get right over this mountain. Ooh, there's a lake over there. Let's actually build kind of near that, because lakes are, that might be just snow, but lakes are full of ice, because it's kind of cold on these planets. So let's go over there, and we'll end up building our base kind of near, well, kind of just near this area in general. All right, we're almost there. What's our speed looking like? 140. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm trying to decide if I want to build the base on the ice, or if I want to build the base kind of a little bit farther away. I think maybe a little bit farther away would be nice. Maybe kind of right there where my cursor is pointing would be a good place to build the base, because it's kind of flat, and it's just kind of a nice area in general. So let's kind of grind to a halt here. What's our speed looking like? We need to decrease that quite a bit, actually. Skirt. All right, let's turn on the inertial dampeners, and they're going to try and make us go stationary, which is exactly what we want. And then we're going to start pressing C, which will make us lose altitude, so that we can land this baby, and then we can get to work on our base. All right. This is going to be our humble abode for the time being, for the whole time. I think this is going to be a nice little area. And so with this atmospheric lander, it should have all the basic materials that you need to start a base. And that's exactly what we want. So we're going to end up destroying this atmospheric lander to create a permanent base location. So almost there, and there we go. We have performance issues apparently, but I don't sense them. Let's press V so we go into first person mode, and then press F to get out of our seat. And here is the inside of our ship, and that's where we're going to be building our base right there. Let's see. We have construction priorities: build solar panels to provide renewable power. Yep, that's pretty important. Construct a suitable base. Build additional refineries and assemblers, and design and build a combat craft for defensive purposes. So yeah, it outlines number 1 as build solar panels to provide renewable power. But I think we're going to start with the base because where are we going to put the solar panels if we don't have a base? You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is we're going to... there's our engines. They look really nice. I think this game looks pretty beautiful. Even though when you're up there, it does look a bit wonky when you're looking down on a planet. I think it looks really nice in general, this whole game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our... What do I want to go to? I'm looking for the... there should be some boxes. Assembler. Cargo containers. Component storage. These cargo containers hold basic tools, ammunition, and enough components to build 6 solar panels, 2 batteries, 1 flight seat. Also enough steel plates to make armor and block platform. And that's what they're describing as our base, is the armor block platform. Let's open this real quick. How do we open this? Do we just... Okay, press F on that. And here is our cool base. Now, I think wolves are enabled, which means that that we might get attacked by wolves. So we gotta keep an eye out for that. But if we press X, we can turn on our jetpack and we can pretty much fly wherever we want. But you'll see in the bottom left we have a hydrogen amount, and once that gets too low, our jetpack stops. So that's why I said it was important to be near ice. All right, let's go get some materials. So we'll go to our cargo container. We're going to start by creating a platform. So let's open this up, and we're going to need steel plates for that. We'll grab a couple of those babies. And this is our volume, how much we can carry. And you see why I want it to be 10 times, because if this was just 4,000 right now, if it was just 400, there's no way we'd be able to carry enough stuff to build a base easily. It'd be very tedious. And I don't... Tediousness and YouTube videos don't go along very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to press 4. You see on the bottom center, 4 is our button for making this block. So what we're going to do as well is we should be able to turn it in some way. How do we turn it? Oh, like this. Okay, so it's with the insert, delete, home, and page up, page down keys is how we turn this. So we're going to put this... No, we don't want to tilt it that way. Can I press 3 and then 4 again? Yeah, okay, it resets it. Yeah, we don't want to make it tilted in a weird direction. We want it to be straight so that we have a nice straight platform. And I think that'll be good. Let's go over here real quick and see kind of what the area looks like. Doesn't that look beautiful? I just think it looks so... This game just looks so good. But for our base, I just want to see where the edge is. It looks like it's going to be right over here. But it's kind of sloped, which is good as well, because that means if we run out of jetpack while we're down there, we'll still be able to kind of get to our base. All right, let's just put it right here. Do we want to tilt it? Nope, that's not what I want to do. Tilt it maybe? Nope. Once again, not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, so I think we're going to tilt it maybe like that, and that'll be the starter block for our base. And whenever you put a starter block for your base, you have to actually upgrade it as well. So you just hold the builder tool on it. And once again, they've recently redone all of this, so it just looks way better than it used to, and I think that's super awesome. All right, we'll put some blocks here so we can make a basic platform. Just a basic area, just a starter kind of place, and I think that'll be good. So now we have to upgrade all these tools, or all these blocks here, and this is why I made the upgrade speed a bit faster as well, the welding speed. Just so we don't have to sit here for hours on hours trying to weld this stuff. So we're just going to get this first basic area done here, and then we'll be able to go and grab some more materials and decide what we want to do from there. Alright, just a couple more to go here. And then we'll be all set with our base location. There are a couple of different welding things that people do. Like I could just run along this and weld, and then just keep running back and forth to get until it's all done. That's one way to do it. Or we could just sit over every individual block, and that'll also be fine. Okay, so that's where our base is going to be. That's a bit far from our base, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually drive it a little bit closer. And luckily it's still got quite a bit of power. So it'll be fine. It'll be easy to drive over. I think it's really nice living next to this mountain. It might be a little difficult once we start getting little ships and stuff. Just because we might crash into the mountains. But so far I don't see any wolves. Do we actually... We did enable wolves, right? I don't remember if we did. I thought I did, but maybe not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to... Let's close this real quick. Beep. Alrighty. We're going to run all the way back up to our cockpit, press F to enter that. We're going to go into our third person view where it's a bit easier to see things. And then we're going to oh yeah, Alt. This is how you do it. Alt. You hold Alt and you can look around. Okay, next we're going to press P so we can unlock our landing gear. There we go, landing gear's unlocked. And let's go up just a little bit. And we'll go forward as well. We still have our inertial dampeners on. That's where we're kind of hovering. So that's what inertial dampeners are for. To make you hover. Alright, getting close to our base here. And I gotta be careful because the engines on the front and the back that make it go forward and backwards aren't very strong. So if I end up going too fast, it might be a bit hard to stop. Alright, so we're gonna tilt this a little bit downward actually. Okay. See what I'm saying? It's hard to stop. I'm pressing back right now trying to stop, but it's a little bit difficult. Alright, and let's go down a little bit. Right about here. There we go, and we're locked. Okay, press F to get out, and let's run all the way back down to see how our landing was. Oops, it's lagging a bit. That's fine, as long as we can place this block here. Yeah, we can place that block there, we're fine. That's gonna be okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, sweet. That's looking pretty awesome. And this provides us an easy way to get back onto our ship to go and grab more materials. So how are we doing on this? We need a bit more steel plates. We're going to end up grabbing all of them, actually. And then after we have this platform built, we will we'll be A-okay for building those solar panels. Now, you may have noticed that there was an unknown signal flying above us. If you look back probably 30 seconds ago in the video, there was an unknown signal. Sometimes those do happen, and you can go and chase them down. But they're ships that are flying around us, and those are actually the other planets that you can visit. That's one of the reason this game is so crazy, because that right there is somewhere that you can go. Actually, you know what, real quick, while I'm looking, I see our oxygen is kind of low, so let me press J to open our helmet. This planet does have oxygen, so that's really good. But yeah, like I was saying, that is a planet that you can go to, and that is one of its moons that you can also go to. This planet has a moon somewhere. I don't know where it is. That's another planet you can go to, and that's another moon, it looks like. I don't know where this moon is. It's probably on the other side of the planet or something. I don't know if you can go to the sun, actually. I haven't gotten that very far in these. Every time I've played it on my own, really it's just been just kind of building a base on the first home planet, building a couple vehicles, and that's been it. I've tried reaching planets before, and it's just not easy. But hopefully in this series, if you guys like it, then we will continue, and hopefully we'll be able to reach one of those planets one day. That is our aspiration, to eventually search the solar system, and I think that'll be really, really cool if we could one day. Alright, so this is looking pretty good, and the next thing we'll do is we're going to decide where to put those solar panels. And it's kind of important deciding where you're going to put the solar panels, because the sun needs to obviously be on them. So I don't know where we want to put them, but maybe we just throw them over here somewhere. Honestly, that might be a good idea. So let's make a little solar panel area. Maybe a couple blocks here, like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple out here as well. Alright, that's looking good for a solar panel area. And this game does not use gravity as well. I mean, it does use gravity, but it doesn't use... I don't think it uses gravity. Like, I think I can build as far out as I want, and it won't... that's not good. That's really bad. And it won't fall, because the structural integrity won't be compromised. I don't think there's structural integrity. That's the best way of saying that. This is really bad. Do we have guns? I don't know. How do you shoot down meteors? I've never played with meteors. Okay, so I don't think it'll hit us that hard because this is our first one. But was that it? I think that was it. All right, I'm scared. Meteors are scary. Think of how scary meteors are. They come shooting at a super high velocity from space, and they can hit you because you're standing out in the open, and you'd never even know it because they're meteors and they're fast. How scary is that? Like, a meteor could hit you tomorrow and you'd never even know because you just, I mean, you'd know it because you'd feel it, but you'd die because they're so fast. I think that's crazy. So what we're doing now is we're going to deconstruct a little bit of this ship because we did run out of steel plates while we were building that little area there. So we're just going to get a little bit of this stuff from here. And it's fine to deconstruct this first ship that we get because we don't really need to use it. I mean, it's good. It's a nice ship and all, but we don't actually need to use it anymore. And this kind of sucks. The sun's going away, which means our solar panels are going to do nothing, pretty much. But if we can get them up fast enough, maybe we can get a little bit of that sun. But I think we're gonna have to wait for the sun to be up. And here's the thing. Here's the sad thing. The way this game works, it might not be very YouTube friendly, and so I really hope you guys do like it because it's so much fun to play. But the sun will be gone for about an hour in real time. In my time, the sun will be gone for about an hour, and that's actually reduced from 2 hours. So we're going to be here for an hour in the dark, and an episode is only going to be like 30 minutes to maybe 40 minutes even at a long one. So you might have a whole episode that will be in the dark. And so I think that's going to be kind of fun, maybe. Kind of a little bit scary for me, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be kind of fun to experiment with and see what happens. All right, let's grab some of these iron blocks here. And so this whole deconstructing of the ship, it's a bit tedious sometimes, but no worries. You only have to do it once, and then it's done. You don't have to deconstruct any more ships unless you cheat and go die and respawn and bring back more ships. But we're not going to do that because we're not cheaters. All right, let's make sure all this is good. We're almost there. It's almost time to build our solar panels, which will literally do nothing because oops, we need a couple more because the sun's gone. But at least we'll have them for the next day, right? That's what you got to look forward to, the bright side of things. What did this say? Do we ever read this one? Scouting priorities, construction priorities, scouting priorities. Locate a source of ice for oxygen, hydrogen, and fuel. Done, right there. There's a small one right there as well. Survey for ore deposits. Identify a suitable base location and avoid pirate facilities. I've never seen a pirate facility, so hopefully we don't run into those, or hopefully we do. That'll be fun, right? But I'd say we've done probably 2 out of 4 of these. So next we need to do those other ones right there. And remember these, by the way, because I'm gonna have to delete them. So remember what this says. It's in a recording in a video, so I think that's gonna be fine. And this one as well, and also the other one that was down here. Remember these. All right, let's destroy. We need the steel plates. So we're just gonna destroy all these right here. And these as well. These nice little bulletproof windows. I'm not worried about those performance hits because it's not actually, like, there's no performance hit for me. It's not noticeable. All right, just a couple more of these, and then we'll be good to go and make our solar panels. Alrighty, let's just jump down here. I died? What? Okay, that's our first death already. And all that happened is we jumped down from the planetary lander. Luckily, we can respawn in our medical room, so we'll just hit that respawn. And this is what I meant by people cheat sometimes. They grab the planetary lander and go and land in the same spot. So now they have double the materials. And I've totally never done that before, ever. Don't worry, though. We won't be doing that in this playthrough. There's our body location. Let's grab our stuff. Press F on that, and we can press... can we press Shift R? No. There must be a way to grab everything. I don't know. We don't need these because we spawn with them. But we will grab all our bulletproof stuff that we had, and that'll be good. We can actually shift right there. Alrighty, body, go away. I don't know if it'll ever go away. All right, let's finish these up, and we'll get our solar panels up and running. So it said we have enough materials to make 6 solar panels, right? And so here's how you build solar panels. It's a little bit crazy in this, but what you do is you press Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that thing on the bottom center moving? That is our menu, our menus that we can have. So currently some of them are blank. Like if I press Control 2, this one is blank right here. So what we do is we press K, maybe not K, we press H, not H. Okay, what is it, G? No. G, yeah, it's G. Okay, you press G, and then you have all these things that you can build. So we're going to do search for solar panel. Press 1, okay. I mean, it is in slot 1. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing it on this right here, but I don't want it to be, oops, that actually hurt me a little bit. I don't want it to be in this weird configuration because I just think that looks weird. So we're going to just lay it straight down, I think. I don't actually know what the best configuration for a solar panel is, but typically what I do is I do this like that. I lay it down like that right there, and let's move it forward one more like that, and I'll throw another one in right here. Ugh. Can I put it there, please? Okay, let's turn it. The turning system is a little bit weird in this game, and it takes a lot of getting used to, but it's not that. I mean, you'll get used to it eventually. So let's start building these. And you see on the right, they require a lot of materials to build. We have some of those materials, so we're able to build it up some of the way, but we're not able to build up all the way. So let's just take an inventory of what we need. We need construction components, solar cells, large steel tubes, and more construction components. Okay, so let's go and grab those. Those we should have quite a few of in our storage area. So we're looking for construction components. There's some of those. We'll grab them all, or we'll grab a couple of them. We needed power cells, or solar cells, what we need. Large steel tube, we needed some of those. Do we need computers? I'll grab some anyway, why not? And what else do we need? I don't know if we need interior plates or motors, but let's just run back down there and see what we need again. So we'll throw some of the stuff in this one right here. All right, this one only requires solar cells now, and this one only requires solar cells. So let's go and grab some solar cells. Solar cells are a bit tricky, because solar cells are very, 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 very heavy. So let's find our solar cells. They should be right here, solar cells. So we'll press shift click, which grabs 100 of them, but I couldn't carry 100. I can only carry 71. And you see our volume's at max. So let's run all the way back and deposit some of those in here. And that should make one full machine and a half. And then let's go and grab a couple more solar cells just to top off that last machine. And down here's where they are. Alrighty. And we'll go and place them. I'm not actually taking damage. I thought I was because he was making a sound, but I'm not actually. Are you guys getting... You guys are getting 1 bar of light. Even though the sun's not there, we're still getting a little bit of light. So you guys are generating electricity. I can't store the electricity because this is solar panels. And I need batteries to store electricity. So there's not much I can do with that currently, but at least that's set up so that while the sun is out, we will have electricity. So that's not bad at all. But there is one thing that we can do to get electricity as well, and that is to make a nuclear reactor, and that's the primary way of getting electricity fast in this game. So if we want to set up a nuclear reactor, let's do a little bit of planning real quick. Hang on, I keep on messing with the HUD. Okay, how much, if I press I, steel plates do we have? How many? We have 79, which means we can make 79 of these things. We just can't fill them in because it requires 25 to fill them in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to designate this area right here as where we're going to throw the batteries when we get them, when we decide to make them. That's where we're going to put them. So the batteries will go there. I don't know why I'm filling this in, but why not? We'll just fill in these two. So that's our battery area. What else do we need? We want a nuclear reactor is what we've decided. So let's grab our steel plates. And we're going to say that the nuclear reactor is going to go maybe... I think we're going to throw it in here. Like over in this general direction. So let's say back here is where we're going to throw our nuclear reactor. Oh, we'll delete that one right there. So we're going to throw our nuclear reactor right in there. Oops, keep pressing the wrong button there. Delete that one right there. So that's where our nuclear reactor is going to be. We're going to require some digging there, but that's okay. Okay, so nuclear reactor, batteries, solar panels. Now we need an area for our let's see what we have on the ship. We need an area for this thing. There's a med bay right here, so we need somewhere to throw that. And I think that'll be good right here, probably, in this area. Just putting it right here will be fine. Yeah, maybe like that. And finally, temporary ship. It'll get removed after you leave the game or spawn one. Okay, that's fine. Finally, we'll need a place to throw our oxygen generation / assembling stuff. So I think our assembling stuff. Well, let's not even worry about assembling yet. We're not there yet. But our oxygen generation, I think that'll, like, this whole area would be good for that. So we're not even gonna fill that in yet. We'll fill that in a little bit later. But now we have an outline of where we want everything to go, and that's really important so that you don't kind of forget about certain things that you might want to put in your base a little bit later. But that's all we're going to be doing for this episode currently. And unfortunately, the next episode might be all in the dark, which is not going to be terribly fun because our solar panels are already starting to lose out on electricity. But luckily, I'll teach you guys the way of getting electricity without solar panels, and we'll still be able to build our base. And it's going to be awesome. I think we're heading into a really cool series, and I'm super hyped. If you guys liked the video, hit that like button. Stay tuned for episode 2, and I'll see you guys next time.